Hi guys, welcome to my little basement mining project. I hope you're all doing well. This is my second rig build based on old desktop computer. As you can see, this one is running 4 graphic cards, two 1080s and two 1060s. All is powered by stock power supply that powers CPU and motherboard, and this Corsair 850 powers the cards. First of all, I would like to thank all the techies for all their smarts and all that they shared on YouTube, and everybody else that shared their mining experience. I wouldn't be here without you guys, so thank you very much. And second of all, I would like to apologize if I misuse any technical terms. I don't have technical education. I'm not a tech savvy, especially when it comes to computers, so I apologize. Please take it easy on me. This is not an instructional video. This is basically me sharing my experience and how I arrived to this point to building this particular mining rig based on old desktop computer. What I was looking for, first of all, I started with cloud mining, but I wasn't happy with that because, well, I like to build something on my own. I would like to own some mining real estate. So first I went on to do some cloud mining. Then I went on YouTube and I decided, okay, I'm going to educate myself and I'm going to build my own rig. And I even built my frame for 6 GPUs, as you can see right there. And then kind of I assessed my technical skills, and I was worried that I'm going to mess up something on the way of putting motherboard together, the CPU and the RAM and downloading the Windows and all that stuff and setting it all up. So I decided to go look for something easier, and this is definitely an easier option. I'm not saying it's better, but it's definitely for people like myself. This stuff is difficult for me, to be honest with you guys. So this is easier option than building a new rig from my perspective alone. And this is, as I'm saying, this is just my opinion. Now, so this one is running 4 GPUs, and this is my original build. Where that build gave me an idea. I had old Lenovo H3000, and I decided to give it a shot. It had some, PCIe slots. The yellow one is PCIe slot, and the two white ones, the short ones, are PCIe Express. I know these are, as I learned recently, these are odd colors for PCIe and PCIe Express slots, but still, I plugged in the first card. This is the card connected to the monitor, and it worked. And I used the risers, of course, to plug in the cards directly to the motherboard. And the first card, second card, and third, they worked, and I became an owner of 3 GPU mining rig. Well, at that point, I was working on learning how to set up Claymore Miner. So this particular model is running Claymore Miner, as you can see, and the hash rates, I hope you can see it. The 2 GPUs have 24 plus, and the third one has 20 plus. So, as I've learned lately, these are pretty good hash rates for 1060s, and these are Zotac 1060 has 6 gigabytes and 2 Asus 1066 gigabytes. And then I started doing more research. I wanted to buy something that would allow me to put more GPUs than 3. And finally, I found this computer. After some failures, as you can see, these are on the way failures. These are good desktops, old used desktops. I'm gonna resell them, but finally I got this one. This is exactly the desktop that is running the 4 GPUs, but I ran into a problem. This one has also, let's see, for example, the failure. For example, this one is Optiplex 390, and it has, looks like 4 possible GPU connections. It's got 1 PCIe slot and 3 PCIe Express slots, but this motherboard didn't allow me to connect more than one GPU, which I was really disappointed by. But anyway, I found this one, and this one is also have similar setup, one PCIe and 3 PCIe Express slots, and this is HP 3500 Pro, and this one is exactly the same one. I started connecting the cards in this particular one, connecting the cards directly using the risers. I was connecting it directly to the motherboard, but I could only get it to recognize 3 cards, and that was still not an option because it wasn't an improvement from my old machine. So I did some more research, and I found this little thing. This is 4-in-1 PCIe adapter board. By the way, to everything that I used to build this rig, the links below the video, so if you guys missed something or you want direct link to all that stuff. So I bought this thing, and I decided, okay, I'll give it a shot. This is $35–40, so it's not that cheap, but okay. What I did, I tried the combinations. Use some of the cards connected with the risers directly plugged into the board, and then in the last PCIe Express slot I plugged in this one, but it didn't work for me in this particular setup. So I don't know what was the issue, but then I decided to modify this a little bit, and what I did, I connected the first main card using the riser. I connected it like this one here, and I plugged in the expansion board in here, so that would allow me in total to technically 5 cards, which is 4 for this board and main card. In this particular case I can do 5 because I have 2 1080s right here and 2 1060s, and my system is basically maxed out at this point because of the power supply limitation. But if you look at the already running setup, you can see, I hope you can see, that the first card is connected to the long PCIe slot. This is the card, and then the expansion board is right there in a second slot, the first short black slot, which is PCIe Express slot, and the remaining cards are connected to that expansion board. I was connecting the cards one by one, rebooting the system, one by one, recognizing the system was recognizing the card, and I end up with 4 GPU mining rig, which technically is 5 to 6 1060s, because there are 2 1080s and 2 1060s, and 1080s are equivalent to 2 1080s are equivalent to 3 plus almost 4 1060s. So this is almost full-blown 6 GPU mining rig. I hope you liked this video. I hope you got some, I could share something of value with you guys. This is just my experience. This is anyway experimental stage, because for this particular model, my frame is a little longer. I'm gonna put, as you can see, I'm gonna try to put 5 1060s in here and use the stock power supply and additional 750. I have 750, if that's gonna be enough. Of course, the stock power supply, this is actually stock power supply from one of the other computers. It's a little stronger, so it's gonna power this card, the riser, and the card, and then 750 will power 4 additional cards that most likely will be 1060s, because they'll give you the most bang for the buck at this point, because 1080s are like $800 and 1060s you can buy for $400. Luckily they put the limit 1 per customer in Amazon and in other sites, so now there's a chance for small miners like myself to get a card. So that's why I actually scored these. My wife helped me a little bit, so two 1080s and two 1060s. One 1080 for me, one 1080 for her, 1060 for me, 1060 for her. So one per customer. Basically, that's what built me this rig. And I just scored another one here and one gigabyte over here. So thank you for watching. And since I'm gonna show you actual, this is the new build, and today is March 8th. Bitcoin was dropping for the last 2 days, so my earnings are down from $8 to about six plus. So I'm not too happy about it, and what I'm planning to take a gamble a little bit. I'm curious what you guys think about it, because I started with the cloud mining, and I'm thinking of investing all that money into cloud mining. So it's kind of I earn here and put it in the cloud mining, and cloud mining will, from what I've seen so far, it's gonna give me about 50-60% profit. So with this rate of return, I'm looking at about 12 months to get my investment back, and I would like to cut this into like 6 months maybe with the cloud mining, without taking any withdrawals, just reinvesting it. So far I invested in Cloudflare, so we'll see how that works. There are different ones, but for Genesis doesn't really have much to offer right now. Most of it is out of stock. They sold out, so I'm gonna look into different cloud mining companies. So what do you guys think about that idea? And if some of you are already doing it, and what kind of success you've had with that. So thank you for watching. Good luck with your mining, and please, I'm open to discussion, open to criticism, and open to advice. Best of luck to you. Thank you.